Have you noticed something strange? The moment you start losing weight, making more money, or moving towards success, close friends begin acting oddly. Instead of support, you hear jokes, doubts, or dead silence. Why do the people who should be happy for us actually hold us back? In this video, we'll break down the brutal psychological effect known as the crab bucket mentality. You'll learn why a friend's success can cause almost physical pain, how the brain tricks us into envy, and why soldiers who were promoted most often turned out to be the unhappiest in the army. Ready to find out who the crabs are in your life? The bucket law. This metaphor comes from observing live crabs. Put one crab in a bucket and it will easily escape. Put several together and none will. As soon as one brave crab starts climbing out, the others grab it and pull it back down. People behave in exactly the same way. Psychologists call this the crab mentality or the tall poppy syndrome. Society tries to cut down those who stand out, pulling them back to the common level. This doesn't happen because people are evil, but because of crowd nature. No one wants to be left alone at the bottom. The distorted mirror of envy. In 1954, psychologist Leon Festinger introduced social comparison theory. We can't evaluate ourselves in a vacuum, we only do it relative to others. And the most painful comparison is with those who used to be our equals. If Elon Musk gets richer, you don't care, he's too far away. But if your former classmate who barely passed school buys a Ferrari, it hurts deeply. His success becomes a distorted mirror shouting, "He made it and you didn't." That means you're a failure. To avoid that pain, the crabs try to drag the achiever back down. The unhappy soldier paradox. After World War II, researchers discovered a strange paradox. In units where promotions were rare, morale was high. But in units where promotions were frequent, soldiers were unhappy. This is called relative deprivation theory. Your happiness depends not on what you have, but on what your neighbor has. You may be happy earning $50,000 until you learn that a colleague earns $100,000 for the same work. From that moment on, your salary stops bringing joy. Someone else's success makes us feel poorer in our own eyes. Defending your ego. At the core of the problem lies low self-esteem. For many people, success feels like a pie. If someone takes a bigger slice, there's less left for me. When a friend succeeds, our ego feels threatened. The brain has three defense options: admit that your friend is better, painful; work harder yourself, difficult and uncomfortable; or devalue the friend, easy and satisfying. Most people choose the third. Saying he just got lucky or she's changed for the worse is far easier than admitting your own inaction and starting to climb. A thinking error. Our brain often believes in a zero-sum game. If one person wins, another must lose. This is a cognitive mistake. A friend's success doesn't steal yours, and there are enough top grades to go around. In one experiment, students were told that many classmates received high grades, and they immediately assumed they would now fail, even though grades weren't limited. We irrationally fear that someone else's triumph steals our chance at happiness, when in reality, a friend's success can open doors for us too. Silent saboteurs. How do crabs attack? Rarely directly. They don't say, "Don't do it, stay miserable." They act subtly. Sometimes it's silence when you share good news. Other times it's a toxic compliment. "Good job losing weight, though you look kind of exhausted now." They attribute your success to luck or spread rumors that you've changed for the worse. At work, up to 80% of productivity loss comes from such quiet sabotage by nice colleagues who fear your progress. A survival instinct. Why do they do this? Not always out of malice. Evolution taught us that status in a group equals survival. When someone in the tribe became too successful, it threatened the hierarchy. The crab believes they're restoring fairness. Why is he happy while I'm suffering? Friends are also afraid of losing you. Your growth sends them a signal. Do you think you're better than us now? Are you going to leave? They pull you back into the bucket to preserve their familiar, safe world. How to identify the traitor. Crabs can be anywhere, at work, in family, among childhood friends. To protect yourself, you need to spot them. Look closely. Who doesn't clap when you win? Who changes the subject when you share success? The key defense strategy is to stop seeking their approval, set firm boundaries, don't share plans with crabs until the job is done, and most importantly, seek out those who already escaped the bucket. Being around successful people pulls you up just as strongly as being around failures drags you down. The best help is to leave. The crab bucket effect is real, not a myth. People pull you down not because they hate you, but because they hate their own failure reflected in you. Understand this: their fear and pain are not your responsibility. The best way to help friends stuck in the bucket isn't to sit there with them out of pity, but to climb out yourself. Become the example. Maybe seeing that escape is possible will finally make them stop clawing, believe in themselves, and start climbing out after you.